Moving on, humiliation was complete for India in Indore today as they lost the third test of the Border-Gavaskar Trophy by 9 wickets to Australia within 3 days. After Nathan Lyon's 8 for 64 bowled India out for 163 on the second evening, Australia needed just 76 to register their first win of the series. R. Ashwin had Usman Khawaja caught behind with the second ball of the day, but Travis Head and Marcus Labuschagne settled in and took their side over the line in just 18.5 overs. While Australia now have a chance to draw the series 2-all, one test match remaining, India will still retain the Border-Gavaskar Trophy, thankfully, having won the previous series between the two teams. A confirmation of the scorecard, the trouble began early for India in this match as they were totally taken in by the pitch and succumbed for just 109 in the first innings. Australia managed 197 in their first and then bowled India out cheaply for 163 again, which is 76 needed for a win. It was never really a bother for the visitors. Now, what has also come under question as far as this test match is concerned is the quote poor pitch, possibly will be raised with the ICC. But the question is, why does this keep happening? Why does this surprise the Indian team? Or is it just about poor skills? Let's go across to our guest joining us. Ajay Ratra is former cricketer. I'm also joined by Chetan Narula, cricket writer and broadcaster. Ajay, who do you blame more? Was it just that bad a pitch that completely undid India and the Indian team more than the Aussies? Or was it also poor skills that Indian batsmen displayed, for example, versus the Aussies?
See, basically, pitch was the same for both the teams. If you ask this time that India lost because of pitch, then we can say that India won because of pitches in the earlier test matches as well. So I would say, yeah, it was a very difficult pitch to bat on, especially against the spinners. It was too much for the spinners. And if you talk about this match lost, for me, that it is, skill level. Yeah, it is very difficult to, score runs against spinners in these kind of conditions. But we can't blame pitch because pitch was similar for both the teams. Yeah, it is a skill level. In fact, if you see, no doubt our team won convincingly earlier two test matches in this series. But if you see batting-wise, Rohit got 100. Apart from that, Virat Kohli got in one match 44 runs. That was a good inning. He was batting well. Other than that, our bowling all-rounders like Akshar, Jadeja, Ashwin scored runs. So against spinners, our batters do struggle as well. Though these are the Indian conditions, but it is tough for the batsmen. So I would say it's a skill that Aussies are they have improved in this particular test. Maybe there are few changes. They are blessing in disguise for them. There are few players left, and in fact, their captain also went to Australia for some personal reason because his mother was ill. So and Steve Smith taken over. So fortunes for them change, maybe blessing for disguise for them.
No, but can I just focus a little bit on the pitch also? Chetan, there is no question that the pitch has come under scanner. I think maybe there is going to be some action or pulling up as well by the match referee. But my question is, why do we end up getting surprised by pitches at home? This is the most unique thing that happens only to the Indian team.
Well, Shivani, what's really happened is there's a change in the way India plays Test cricket at home. They want to play on pitches which are really supporting spin. So sometimes you just go the extra mile and get pitches like this. If it is turning 5 degrees on day one, then obviously it's not a pitch which is conducive to even Indian batsmen. Let's be very honest, the Nagpur and Delhi pitches were proper pitches. They were just spin-friendly pitches. This was a raging turner from day one and surprised the Indian batsmen as well. And it was really an unfair pitch, not just for the batsmen, even for those watching or even for the broadcasters, the match getting over in 2.1 days or something like that. So it was an unfair pitch. Why are we getting surprised? And like Ajay said, it's a question of skill. This Indian batting lineup has always had issues with spin. Even in the past, ever since 2014-15, this batting lineup came together. They've had issues with spin. But on this pitch, it was really an unfair pitch. Also, they had a bit of a casual approach in the first innings, really. And they had 5 or 6 horizontal shots on which we lost wickets. Even if we had got like 180 runs in the first innings, the result would have been very different. So a mix of casual approach, a mix of really unfair pitch for both sides, not just for the Indian side. So
yeah, but ultimately Australia ended up winning, which is an embarrassment. You play at home, you produce pitches which are supposed to favor you, and you end up getting bamboozled by that pitch. It is extraordinary. It is absolutely unheard of and mind-boggling that this happens. So maybe the BCCI also needs to look at it. But you're right. What did we do out of the situation? And what I don't understand is, Chetan, the problem also is that look at the importance of this series.
Yes. Yes, I think the importance of the series is a huge factor. Last time also when England came, it was in 2021, India needed to qualify for the World Test Championship. So they made spin-friendly tracks and won the series and qualified for the final. Again, now we have to qualify for the World Test Championship. We are making these pitches which would support our spinners, which would get quick results, and the opposition side would not have much say. So 9 times out of 10 playing on these pitches, India will win. There is no doubt about that. On the 10th time, you're going to get such a result, which is what's really happened. So if they cut out the casual mistakes in Ahmedabad, they'll probably get a good result in India's favor, and we'll qualify for the World Test Championship. But at the end of it, it all comes down to the schedule, the international schedule. I mean, you have to qualify for the World Test Championship. You're playing T20 and ODI cricket all through the year. So you get this chance to play Test cricket at home. You have to make pitches like this. And honestly, it's really unfair.
Do you really have to? Do you really have to? Chetan, that brings me to my next question. Ajay, is the Indian team that is wanting to be recognized overseas just not confident enough of playing on a decent pitch, even at home? Why do we need a ranked turner every time?
Actually, Shivani, we don't need that much ranked turner. I can recollect in Pune also when the Aussie team were visiting, and I think Steve Smith was all the captains in that match. That also backfired. So if we have pitches like normal Spain, India is a favorite. If it is too much, then it's like anybody's game. Even the less stronger teams, they have an advantage in that. Maybe one reason could be because that match was supposed to be in Dharamshala, but Dharamshala ground was not ready due to its renovation and all. They have relaid their grass and everything. So they have shifted that match to Indore. So maybe because of that reason also Cricket did not get much of the time, and also this match is happening after the whole domestic season. So pitch was used as well. Maybe it did not get too much time, and that the backfired.
Well, for a board like BCCI, I'm not sure these are good excuses to make for a Border-Gavaskar Trophy. I just don't understand this. But just one second, Sabah Karim, former cricketer, also one of the experts for the Women's Premier League on Sports 18 and Geo Cinema, is now joining us. But before we talk about the WPL, Sabah, since I have you, I want to take your take as well. Was this just a bad pitch? If so, why do we get these bad pitches? Why do we play on such pitches at home? Or was it also poor skills from the Indian batsmen?
First up, Shivani, I think this is a substandard track. Not conducive at all for Test cricket. And I was listening to Ajay's and Chetan's input as well. And I feel that India does not need to play on tracks like this. I think we are capable on playing on normal Test cricketing wickets, in which we are capable of actually beating Australia. We have done that in overseas conditions. We have gone to Australia and have beaten them on those kind of tracks. And we could have done that here also. I think the whole issue comes down to this qualification for World Test Championship final. We did that last time around. We prepared substandard wickets against England, and we did qualify. After England, they won the first match, and then we came back and we won the series. We went on to play the World Test Championship finals, although we lost to New Zealand. I think ICC or all the home stations, they need to come together and work out a system, because this is not actually conducive for Test cricket, Shivan, and I don't think it is good for broadcasters. I don't think it is good for viewers. I mean, Test cricket, this is the India-Australia Test match happening here, Shivani. This is the number 1, number 2 battling for a Test win. Why would you prepare a wicket which is so lopsided and so much in favor of spinners? And Chetan is absolutely right when he says if a track offers 4.8 to 5 degree turn on the first day itself, then it means that it has taken all the other 2 or 3 aspects of the game out of the picture. And there is no need for that.
Absolutely. It brings me to the point that, you keep doing this. Obviously, when a visiting team comes in, as was the case when the Australians landed in India, all the chatter was about the pitch. And all of us Indian fans were getting very enraged that, the Aussies are already playing a mind game and they're talking only about Indian pitches. Well, look at what you produced in this series of 4 Test matches. Absolutely uncalled for and really undesirable. I do thank Chetan and Ajay for joining us.